Amy's handbag she just showed us. One side's a yes and one side's a no. Big no. Stop doubting yourself, ladies, and unleash your inner warrior goddess. What does that mean? Well, our next guest is going to explain it. Author Heather Ashley-Amara is the author of Warrior Goddess Training, and it's marking its 3-year anniversary. And so she's joining us this morning to talk about this. And first off, just what is a warrior goddess? And do we all have one inside?
We do.
Okay.
So warrior is about your focus, your clarity, 100% commitment, saying yes to yourself. That's the yes part, right?
Okay.
And the goddess is about opening, receptivity, creativity. And as women, we need to cultivate both of these energies. We need more warrior, and I believe we also need more goddess of that really bringing our creativity and our flow in. And
I guess also stopping, kind of turning down the volume on the self-doubt. I think as women, we're highly critical of ourselves, always kind of comparing ourselves and feeling that we don't measure up in one way or another.
Exactly. And for many of us, we have this image of perfection that we walk around with, of who we think we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And we're constantly comparing ourselves to that image of perfection or other women. And so we rarely are actually in relationship to ourselves.
I was noticing that Don Miguel Ruiz of the 4 Agreements fame writes the foreword of your book, and you said you worked with him for many years. And that's sort of, even for people who haven't maybe dove in very deeply to self-help, many people are very familiar with that book and sort of the tenets of that, of how you can make some improvements in your relationships.
Yeah, exactly. Those 4 agreements are so simple because they help us to really rearrange how we're living our life and see what agreements we have that don't serve us and create new ones that do.
So what do you advise those who work with you to make an initial change right away? What's a tangible step you can take to feel more warrior goddess and to feel more confident or more content, at least?
Yeah, one is to really commit to yourself. And one of the first things that I invite women to do is pay attention to where you apologize in your life. Because as women, it's an epidemic.
Yeah.
Like somebody will step on your toe and usually be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And when I stopped this in myself, when I started watching this myself, what I noticed was that I felt guilty or sorry about everything. Like I didn't want to take up space.
Okay.
And so as women, to pay attention, where are you apologizing? Stop. Where you're doing it unconsciously. And then when you do apologize, do it well.
Do it when it means something.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Heather Ashley-Amara, her book is available everywhere, I assume. And you can check out her website for later workshops that will be happening in January. Thank you so much.
Thanks so
nice to
much.
meet you. April?